I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. Live it up on the attack, baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'll live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, I have fixed my sleep schedule. I went to bed around 10:30 at night last night, and I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. So we're going to see how long it lasts this time. Hello, Luna! So how are we doing, folks? We doing good? Good morning. Good news is the stream almost didn't happen because I found out my doctor's appointment is today and not tomorrow, and I wasn't ready, but I was able to get everything ready. So as soon as I leave here, I'm going to go to the doctor's office. So we're going to see. We're going to see how this works. If I'm feeling up to it, I might do another stream tonight where we're going to watch Essence of Thought stuff again, because I have slacked off of working on that video for the past, I'd say, about 3/4 of a week. Like past 4 or 5 days, I have slacked off working on it, so I need to work on that again. Yeah, it would be the Lily Orchard sibling video and what you call it. So no, don't torture us with that. Listen, Luna, okay? I'm all about equal opportunity here. If I have to be tortured with it, you all have to be tortured with it. Okay? Why am I still not on the list? Yes, Sliggins did an excellent voice of saying that, sounding like Keemstar, and it's going to become my donation soundbite. I just got to set it up, but he gave it to me. It was awesome. I don't know what time, Hope. I have absolutely no time. I don't know. It depends on when I eat and when I stop being an old person dealing with household chores and stuff like that, okay? One step at a time. Ethel is exhausting. Bestie! Beckett, here's the plan. I'm going to raid you, and then I have to go directly to the doctor's office today. I forgot my appointment was today. They sent me a text message, and I was like, today? I thought it was tomorrow. So. Badwick, Badwick, how come you're not a mod? That's weird. That's weird. That's suspicious. Alright, there you go. Wait, it's really you, right? Hold on. Because there's a bunch of trolls in this damn community. Hold on. Let me, Wait, it won't let me go to your... Okay, well, guess what? You got mod until then. I'm untrustworthy. True. Especially with your Discord. Just saying. Real bad way. Thank you, Luna. Okay, so I'm going to let y'all pick on what y'all want to watch. All right? Because, let me tell you something. There is 1,000,001 videos on this. Oh my God. And they're coming from all these different angles. It's crazy. Oh no, we're going to go with this one. We're definitely going to watch this one. So let's move that one to the top. Let's see. Cat Williams exposing. I want to watch that one. I thought I had one that talked about Kim Porter on here. I could have sworn I had one that talked about Kim Porter. Let's see. Ah, here we go. Alright, move to the top. Alright. I don't know how many. We're definitely not getting through all three of these. So, I just know that I'm going to work my way down the list. And if anything else comes up, we're going to watch those also. So, but this is the one I definitely want to start with. Aha, yeah, you thought you were going to get me. And then there's a lot of law and crime TV or whatever the hell they're called. Hey, Gaming Witch. Dude, I'm in a poppin' mood. We got drama at work because a selfish B-word, because it's too early in the live stream, doesn't want to work. And then I got my plan. You know what's funny, Gaming Witch? When I was a manager at a certain dollar store, because you know you got Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General, right? I was a manager, and I had this one guy that we used to have to go in like at 4 o'clock in the morning and put up freight, right? Throw freight up. And he was always late. And I got him down to 1 day a week for 4 hours. And he asked me, he was like, am I going to get more hours? I was like, no, I'm not giving you more. I would literally find him asleep in one of the aisles. I hated it. Oh, is Long Crime the one that like to copyright people? Is that them? Really? Oh, okay. Well, then I won't go through any of their videos then. Alright. So this one is called New Evidence. Diddy took out Kim Porter for threatening to expose him. This has been a rumor ever since her death. Now, just to give you a hint of who Kim Porter is, in case you didn't know. Kim Porter used to be married to Al B. Shore. Now, Al B. Shore has been around so long Al B. Shore was the first concert I ever went to in my life. It was New Edition, Bobby Brown, and Al B. Shore. When I was what you kids call middle school, we called it junior high school, okay? That tells you how long ago it was. So Kim Porter had a son with Al B. Shore, and then I guess they got divorced, et cetera, et cetera. And then she got with Diddy, and she had a son and the twin daughters with Diddy. All right. Then all of a sudden, this woman who was in impeccable shape, her and Diddy broke up after being together. I want to say they were together 15 years. She was in impeccable shape. She was beautiful. Gosh, she was a gorgeous lady, right? And then all of a sudden, she died from the flu. She was so sick that she sent the kids to Diddy's house and like, listen, I'm so sick, I can't do anything. And she had the two small daughters. And so they went to Diddy's house. And all of a sudden, she's dying from the flu. Which is really weird. Because she was healthy. So a lot of people ask, did she really die from the flu? Now, in between that, at one point, Al B. Shore almost died. Now, out of all the people that started some kind of company, I can't remember the company's name, but started some kind of company with Diddy, Al B. Shore is the only one that's left alive. And he almost died in 2020. He was in coma for a while. He's the only one left alive. And apparently Al B. Shore is going to be coming out either with a book or some kind of documentary documenting his life. And he threw in a kind of a threat in one of his announcements about it. So Diddy's always reminded me of Suge Knight, the way people were scared of him. Well, fun fact, you remember the East Coast, West Coast beef? The East Coast, West Coast beef back in the 90s, it wasn't really about Tupac and Biggie. Tupac and Biggie were just players in it. It was really about Suge Knight and Diddy. Luna, okay. So with the allegations, okay, because, it's allegations, for entertainment purposes only. There's more than more than one murder that people attach Diddy to. Two of them being Tupac and Biggie. There's more than one that they attribute to Diddy. The girl that tried to sue him in November, Cassie, she started dating, oh my God, what was his name? I wrote his name down too. Kid Cudi. She started dating Kid Cudi. You know Kid Cudi's car blew up, right? I'm just saying. And pretty much everybody knows Diddy did it. Everybody pretty much knows that, allegedly for entertainment purposes, Diddy did it. He tried to blow up Kid Cudi's car. Or not try, it blew up. But, yeah. So, alright, so let's watch this. I'm going to put it at 1.25. I hate it when they have the music this loud. This music doesn't need to be this loud.
Category of who's the strongest being on the face of the earth, it would have to be black mothers.
Kim's dead.
Okay, fun fact. This is Jaguar Wright, all right? Jaguar Wright has been talking about Diddy for years, and everybody thought that Jaguar was probably a little crazy, and we're not really going to listen to her. But then, the things that she said a while ago, which I want to go through her interviews, the things that she was saying a while ago is now coming up again, but not through her, through everybody else. Steffi, I actually agree with you on that. It's a good idea to hate everybody famous just in case this sort of thing happens, yes. Because apparently they're going to go for Jay-Z next. after Diddy, and that was my favorite rapper at one point until the Black Album. After the Black Album, he went soft, but I think it's because he's a billionaire and he doesn't have to rap like he used to. But I'm going to tell you now, if they try to go after my Method Man, I'm going to fight somebody, okay? Not my Method Man. I will cry. If they go after Method Man, I am going to cry. That is, whew.
Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead.
Okay, yes, that's who she's talking about. Remember all the people that I said he started the thing with? That's what she's talking about right here. Hold on.
Part. And though the allegations remain...
That, oh God, everybody thinks that Diddy has something to do with it, because the thing about Diddy is you don't leave Diddy. You don't leave him. That's just the main mantra of it. You just don't leave Diddy. That sus dying from the... Yes! Like, she was, like, very healthy. It's not like she was sickly. It's not like, you know, she had a lot of things going on. She just up and died from the flu? Like, what?
Unconfirmed for a long time, it seems like Diddy might have had a solid motive to end the life of the mother of his kids after all. Just what new evidence did authorities stumble on? And did Diddy actually take out Kim Porter for threatening to expose him? Let's find out.
Puff Daddy is the king of deception. Every time we was in the party, oh, he was throwing his champagne, his vodka in every picture. He was just, so we didn't know. We like, yo, he's a great guy. This is a great party. This is a great, yo, give me your clothes. I'm gonna rock it in the video, yo. Sean John sold 400 million. Champagne, this. Boy, the joke's on us. He been doing this for real. We can't be mad at him. We always gotta use them as inspiration.
Fat Joe knows. No, I understand people die from the flu, but being that all the other connections that people are... They've been talking about Diddy, like, offing people for years. They've been talking about Diddy offing people since the 90s. You know? I mean, it's very well. She could have. I just find it kind of weird. You know?
November 15th, 2018, Kim was found unresponsive in her home in the San Fernando Valley area of the city. Emergency services were called, who pronounced her dead on the scene. And just like that, Kim passed away at the age of 47, leaving her 4 kids and the world in a state of shock. The fact that someone as young and healthy as Kim passed away because of pneumonia didn't exactly add up for some people. It was simply too out of the blue. As per Diddy, Kim had been suffering from the flu for a while. A few days before the fateful incident, she sent the kids to his house, asking him, "Puffy, take care of my babies." Little did Combs know that would be her last words to him. Though at first, the circumstances surrounding her death remained shrouded in mystery. An autopsy report soon cleared up the confusion. According to medical analysis, Kim had passed away from lobar pneumonia. However, not everyone was buying it, and for valid reasons too, which is why to this day, Kim's death remains a subject of great controversy, and at the center of it all is Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy and Kim first crossed paths in the late 80s, while Porter was working as a receptionist at Uptown Records, and it looks like she managed to catch Diddy's eyes. At the time, Kim was married to singer Al B. Sure. The two said their vows in 1989, only to part ways.
I used to be in love with that man when I was young. I used to love me some Al B. Sure back in the day. Oh!
In 1990, which gave Diddy the chance to swoop in and make his move. Diddy recalled the moment he first laid eyes on Kim during an interview with Essence in 2006. You could tell he was down bad, as he said. "The first time I saw her, she was at the studio with her ex-boyfriend, singer Al B. Sure, the father of Porter's oldest child, Quincy. I wasn't trying to holler at her or anything, but I was admiring her, her lips, her eyes, her mouth, her shape, her energy, and thinking, I wish I had a..."
She never married Diddy. She wasn't married to Diddy. As far as I know, Kim Porter was never married to Diddy. She was married to Al B. Sure. They got a divorce. But she was leaving him.
Girl like that. And so the two began dating in 1994. Fast forward to 3 years later, and Kim was pregnant with their first son, Christian, in 1997. But it seems like the prospect of being a dad was too much for Diddy, because he ran out of the relationship faster than the wind and straight into Jennifer Lopez's arms in 1998. Now, Diddy and Jennifer were the hottest couple on the block.
That fall, Puffy hit the papers.
Oh my God, I remember. This is like bringing back nostalgia for me. I remember when Jennifer Lopez dated freaking Diddy. Yes, Jenny from the block. Yep.
Again, this time because of his romance with actress Jennifer Lopez. the media couldn't get enough of the glittering pair.
But do you know what's messed up? Kim learned about the relationship on social media like everyone else. You'd think as the mother of his son, Diddy would...
Nah, because she was classy. She was classy. She's not a crazy bitch like me. I would have keyed his car in front of everybody. Dare somebody call the cops on me. I will. Can you imagine 50 to 60 times a day? Please get away from me. Yeah, 50, 60 times a day, he's really down bad. That's stalker down bad. I get overwhelmed with like 5 calls. Exactly, Ben. Exactly. Leave Diddy. You don't leave Puffy. You don't. Try to take my cats from me and see what happens. So
that's not hard to believe. And plus, she was way younger than Kim.
Wow, man. And me looking at this lawsuit, she say that, Diddy, he forced her to do drugs.
Now, we heard about Diddy in the lawsuit. He loves ecstasy. He loves ecstasy. Remember how the maids, even the chefs, everybody in those drugs ASAP. As soon as he wanted it, he had to be able to give it to him right then and there. And one thing he loved was pink cocaine, which is cocaine and ecstasy together in one. Well, the thing is he liked giving it to the people that were visiting his house.
She was trying to pray with him or whatever.
Don't get me started on that Jay-Z rabbit hole. I am so disappointed right now. I should know better than to be disappointed. One of my former favorite rappers in the whole world, and Jay-Z is not looking good right now. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Don't come for me. I'm poor.
But he tried to give him a pill. That's his MO.
Now that's what people call a control freak. To make it even worse, according to Mark Curry, Diddy went as far as to bug Kim's phone, all because he wanted to control every aspect of her life.
Anytime a man would go out his way to wiretap someone's phone or put taps in their homes just to monitor their conversation, that's a sign of insanity. So when you see someone doing that, you can imagine everything else they do. What do you think he's going to do if he found her on the phone talking to someone and feels that she's cheating on him or somebody sleeping with his girl? What you think he's going to say? Ooh, I caught you.
See, here's my thing. The whole wiretapping thing or having like cameras in every single room, it's not just one person saying it. People over the years have said this about Diddy. But because it stayed within the hip hop community and like mainstream has a tendency to pick up on those stories because they really don't care unless something big happens. It stayed within that community, and unless you were like a part of that community and you really followed that community, you didn't hear these stories. But since Cassie's lawsuit in November, now all of a sudden the mainstream media is like, what's going on with Diddy? Bruh, it's been like since the 90s, and now you just want to know what's going on? The girl put out a $30 million lawsuit against Diddy, and and within 24 hours, it got shut down. Because she got paid an undisclosed amount of money. Like, come on.
Ooh, I heard this. Now he's going to come in with it's going to be a fight. That's something that you've seen from the inside. When you're on the inside, looking out, it's like looking at Blueface and his girlfriend always arguing on TV, they toxic relationship.
Yep.
Did Kim to take back Diddy given the way he cut her off in the first place? Still there they were, by each other's sides once more. Before anyone knew it, Kim was pregnant with twins.
Those twins are so cute, by the way. They are so cute. He got someone mad for sure. Now they're turning on Diddy. I think what did it. Now, some people think it's that lawsuit with the alcohol company because they're paying him like $1 billion a year or something that he won, some kind of lawsuit. I haven't looked into that. I think what happened was in Cassie's lawsuit, which I have the lawsuit. I have the PDF file of the lawsuit on Cassie. All right. it told some crazy stuff. And it's like, how do you put this? I feel like Diddy's being the fall guy for somebody. I don't think Diddy is the top guy. I really don't think Diddy is the top guy. I think Diddy is the fall guy, though. I think they're making him pay for everybody else's sins. I really do. I honestly believe that he's the fall guy for everybody else's sins. You know?
It almost looked like they were growing into one happy family, which is why a lot of folks were expecting Diddy to get down on one knee and pop the question. But the music mogul never walked down the aisle with Kim. Many thought that Diddy had commitment issues, but the record executive clarified his reasons for not exchanging vows with Kim in an interview with Essence magazine. He said, "I know she deserves to get married. It's not a reflection on how much I love Kim. It's that I'm just learning how to be a good boyfriend. When I'm finished with this step, I'll move on to the next."
Just say you want to be a fuckboy. Because that's exactly what that whole ass sentence meant. This whole ass sentence right here just meant you wanted to be a fuckboy. Because you never even learned how to be a really good boyfriend anyway. That's just you talking to a magazine going, okay, I just want to be a fuckboy. That's all you're saying in that sentence. You could have just put it down to a few words. Literally.
Much I love Kim, it's that I'm just learning how to be a good boyfriend. When I'm finished with this step, I'll move on to the next. That said, it's kind of for the best Kim never walked down the aisle with Diddy, because from what the birdies have been whispering, Diddy treated Kim the same way he treated Cassie. Mind you, Kim never opened up about the mistreatment behind closed doors. However, what fans do know is that Diddy was disloyal right to the bone. 5 months before Diddy welcomed his baby girls in December 2006, he fathered another child named...
Oop! There's another one! There's another kid! That mama's smart, though, because I believe that she's keeping her out of the spotlight, which is good.
Chance with his side piece and longtime associate Sarah Chapman, which proved to be the final straw for Porter. However, what's interesting is that she was not blindsided by Diddy's confession. In fact, she knew about it all along. According to some rumors, Kim had hired a private investigator to keep an eye on Diddy. While talking about the incident, Kim said, "He told me that he may have gotten himself into a situation and he may have fathered another child outside the relationship." And I said, "Really? Well, I already knew. I'm glad you decided to be a man." I was like, "Dude, this is so whack. I can't even respect you right now." And for me, once the respect is gone, I'm not even listening to you. It looks like
Kim knew how to play the game. That's why people... I think... Okay, so she went so far as to get a PI on him, right? There is speculation out there that Kim has proof of things that happened and it hasn't been found yet. There really is speculation out there. I don't know if it's a tape. I don't know if it's a recording. I don't know what it is, but she's got proof. Supposedly, she's got proof that hasn't been found yet. And if it was found, he's done. That's why people speculate about her death. Because she wasn't dumb. She wasn't a dumb chick. She was smart. Play him. The worst thing you can do to Diddy is ignore him. Because he has to be the center of attention everywhere he goes. So when she was ignoring him, but when he was cheating, and she didn't get mad, she didn't make any statements or nothing, just like, okay, whatever. It pissed him off because he didn't get the reaction from her like he wanted.
Kim finally learned to play by Diddy's rules. Once she learned of his infidelity, Kim bided her time and waited for the perfect chance to make her exit. Fortunately, an opportunity presented itself when Diddy was out of town for some business. Reportedly, Kim was quick on her feet. She packed her bags and the house, including the nursery furniture, and walked out of Diddy's life. As for why she chose to do it that way, well, Kim explained, "I wanted to be dramatic. I wanted him to know I wasn't breaking up with him for 2 weeks or maybe leaving for 2 days. If I pack up everything, twins and all, it means I'm out." Yet despite the relationship falling apart, Kim and Diddy continued to stay on friendly terms. While talking about her relationship with her ex-boyfriend, Porter had nothing but nice words. She said, "Sean and I have this bond, this friendship. It's not about if you're faithful to me, if I'm being faithful to you. We're friends. I'm the person he can tell his innermost thoughts to, and he's that person for me. He still calls me every day and we talk. There's no ill feeling or I can't stand you, I hate you, don't call. There's none of that. We have 3 children together, so that's just not an option. We're committed to our children even if we couldn't commit to each other." Heck, one of Kim's last Instagram posts was a tribute to Diddy and her adorable family. However, this is where the water starts getting murky. Kim died on November 15th, 2018, but the autopsy report didn't come out until 2 months later, which only confirmed that Porter died of natural causes and that no foul play was detected. However, it didn't exactly make sense why the autopsy report took 2 months to be finally said.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxic.
What? What? First of all, natural causes, and it takes 2 months for it to come out. She died of natural causes, but it took 2 months for the coroner's report to come out. 2 months. 2 months? Blood test? 2 months? Yeah, oh shit, yeah. Yeah, tipster soundboard, commence. Oh shit.
Autopsy report took 2 months to be finally said.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And
unfortunately, for everyone who suspected Diddy, nothing came of the investigation. With that said, fans across the world had no choice but to make peace.
I just want to say, too, he looks just like his daddy. He looks just like his daddy in the face, I think. He looks just like Al. Good God.
With Kim's sudden demise. However, the loss proved to be too heavy for some folks, including Kim's ex-husband, Al B. Shore. Despite being divorced, the pair was still on good terms, and so when Al B. was informed of Kim's tragic passing, he was beyond grief. A typical reaction would have been to shed a few tears on camera and ask for some time away from the spotlight, but what Al did next shocked the entire industry, especially P. Diddy. Following the news of Kim's passing, Al B. posted a photo of the pair with an ominous caption saying, "She sent me this saying, life imitating art, art imitates life. Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running a marathon." He also wrote, "I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bullshit." In a
So Al B. Shore was like, "I don't think she died of pneumonia." Nah. Throwing a little shade, right? He was throwing a little shade.
Separate post. His words seem to imply that Kim was in fact on the run from someone powerful, perhaps someone like Diddy. Not to mention, Al talked about Kim being in touch with the FBI. Knowing what we know now about the record executive, the theory sounds almost plausible. Let's be real. If there's one thing that all the allegations against the record producer have proved anything, it's that he's capable of the lowest of the low. So if Kim was really on the run from someone, that someone must have definitely been Diddy. Though back then, a lot of folks assumed that Al B was only having a hard time coming to terms with the loss, which is why he was coming up with these absurd narratives. But then something truly shocking went down. Soon after hinting at foul play behind Kim Porter's death, Al B found himself fighting for his life in the hospital, owing to health complications. Given the timings of the events, many thought that Al B was taken out for pointing fingers, particularly Sean Diddy Combs.
And then there you go about that's why people speculate, because things always seem to happen around Diddy if you don't notice. Things always seem to happen. It just so happens to be a coincidence that things always happens around Diddy. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. You ever notice that if you're a up and coming rapper or like a super group or something like that, do you know where you go to have your career die? Diddy. What happened to all those people that went to him for like music and stuff like that? What happened to all of them? They really ain't around anymore. Yeah, this is wild, Luna. Yes, Luna, this is wild. Exactly. And it's been going on since the 90s. This is why I'm so invested in this. I told y'all before when I did a lawsuit, I love hip hop. I have been listening to hip hop since I was like 5 years old, okay? I love hip hop. And I love the lore and the stories and everything. I don't know how deep this investigation is going in on Diddy, but if they go so deep, there is years of lore that is literally going to change because of this. It's crazy. That's a good question, Beckett. That is the main question out there.
To be fair, it's not exactly Diddy's first rodeo. He's been accused of taking out someone more times than you can count. Remember Tupac Shakur or Biggie Smalls? Safe to say, he's a shark, and anyone who swims too close pays the price. Now with Tupac...
That right there is probably the best line in this whole video.
Remember Tupac Shakur or Biggie Smalls? Safe to say he's a shark, and anyone who swims too close pays the price. Now with Tupac and Biggie, we get it. Tupac was the only one threatening his hold in the industry, and Biggie was acting out. But what about Kim Porter? Just what possible reason could Diddy have for taking out the mother of his children? Well, for years, there's been a running theory that Kim was writing a tell-all book to expose Diddy exactly for who he was. She's been by his side for 13 years, so if anyone knew—
Okay, 13. I thought it was 15. I was close. I was off by 2 years.
—about the inner workings of his business, it was her.
Kim probably told all that shit in her book, you understand, that up and got missing the day she died.
It's the same way that Cassie gathered enough evidence to pursue a case against Diddy. Bearing that in mind, we can bet good money on the fact that Kim had some serious dirt on Diddy, one which could shake the very foundations of his career. And this is where fans need to put on their thinking caps. If you look at the facts, you'll see that 3 out of the big 5 who founded Uptown Records are in their graves.
There you go. 3 out of the 5. Uptown Records, that's what it was. It was Uptown Records. Heavy D was one of them. That one chick was one. Hold on. I think
thinking caps.
Documentary of his life.
What's more, follow.
Funny how that works, right? Every single one of them was working on a book, or in case of Al B. Shore, was working on a documentary, and he almost died. The only 2 people who are alive that started Uptown Records is Al B. Shore and Diddy. Everybody else, gone. And what was everybody else doing? Writing a book. I'm just saying. It's amazing what happens around Diddy. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's amazing that people just, you know, all of a sudden get up and sick for unknown reasons. Or they just up and die for, you know, pneumonia and stuff like that around him. It's amazing.
When Kim's passing, her place was broken into and her laptop was stolen, erasing all traces of the tell-all book she was working on. And her
And Al B. Shore was working on the documentary of his life.
What's more, following Kim's passing, her place was broken into and her laptop was stolen, erasing all traces of the tell-all book she was working on. And if you thought that was fishy, well, there's more. Back in 2022, Diddy ended up in the tabloids when his former nanny sued him for wrongful termination. Apparently, the woman who was identified as Jane Roe in court documents was responsible for overseeing the care of the twins, Delilah and Jesse, following Porter's passing in 2018. And anyone who's gone through the girl's social media knows how much the two adored her. They seem to have a special bond. However, it all fell apart when Roe requested a maternity leave in August 2020 since she had fallen pregnant. You'd think given how close the girls were with the babysitter, Diddy would have just said yes and that would be it. But no, apparently Diddy fired the poor woman for setting a bad example for the girls by getting pregnant without being married.
I know this mofo who had 3 children with Kim Porter and he wouldn't marry her because he still wanted to be a fuckboy is going to fire the nanny for getting pregnant and not being married. Like, what? What? Bad boy for life, though, right? Bad boy for life. Just saying.
No.
Calling out Diddy, she wrote, "As you sow, so shall you reap." Let's also not forget that back in the day, Kimora was dead set on getting the authorities to reopen Kim's case because her gut kept telling her that Diddy was guilty. Mind you, this is Kimora Lee we're talking about, a close friend of Kim's, not a conspiracy theorist making rumors for the fun of it. At the end of the day,
And let's not talk about her ex-husband who's sitting in, God, I don't even know where he's at. He's like in Bali or somewhere. He's somewhere, all right, in some country because he don't want to come back here. Because he got like warrants or something on him. It's like the very thing I love is starting to crumble in front of me. Literally. Yeah, the baby fat girl. Yeah, she started baby fat. Yeah. Yep.
Things for sure, if anyone knew the ins and outs of Diddy's business, it was Kim Porter. She had known him since his Uptown days, and that information alone made her the scariest person on earth for Diddy. There's also the fact that the only person who benefited from Kim's untimely demise was Diddy. However, it turns out that he may have celebrated a little too early. According to some reports, Cassie turned in video footage, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone over to the FBI. There are—
Oh, she did what? She did what? She did what?
From Kim's untimely demise was Diddy. However, it turns out that he may have celebrated a little too early. According to some reports, Cassie turned in video footage, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone over to the FBI.
How's she she get Kim Porter's burner phone? How'd she get that burner phone, huh? How did Cassie get that? Cassie, if you don't know, that's the girl. This is Cassie. Cassie is the girl that was suing Diddy last November for that $30 million. Cassie's the one that within 24 hours of filing that lawsuit, he settled. Within 24 hours, it was settled. The ink wasn't even dry on the lawsuit. And Diddy was like, oop, and settled. Just saying.
According to some reports, Cassie turned in video footage, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone over to the FBI. There are rumors that Kim reportedly met up with Cassie a few days before her passing.
I can't believe they're bringing TD Jakes in this. Oh, Cassie gave video footage, USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone to FBI, exposing TD Jakes and more attending Diddy's freak-off parties. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you know who TD Jakes is. Put a 1 in the chat if you know who TD Jakes is. I don't expect a lot of y'all to know who TD Jakes is. Oh, God. Okay. So, you know how, okay, here in the United States, because I know I got people who are not here, we have people who are like televangelists, right? And they run mega churches. And a lot of them are prosperity preachers, all right? Well, TD Jakes is really big in prosperity gospel, where basically the more love you have for God, the more money you're gonna get. Okay? And he runs a mega church, and he's been on TV shows. He's been all over like BET and like different TV shows where he comes in and gives them spiritual guidance, this, that, and the other. Well, they're talking about he was at those freak-off parties. And it wasn't always women he was freaking off with. If it gets found out that that is true, because it is, of course, all allegedly for entertainment purposes only. But if they find out that this is true about TD Jakes, his career over. His career is over. Just by being at those freak-off parties, if they find proof of that, he's done. He is done. Because those freak-off parties, they were nasty. They were nasty. My mom used to watch TD Jakes. Yep, Natanya. Yep. He's a big one. Yep.
And gave her the burner phone, which allegedly contains video footage of Diddy's infamous FOs. Safe to say, the ghosts of Diddy's past are going to haunt him for a very, very long time. As for fans, they're still urging authorities to look into the matter, especially with all that's come to light about Diddy. One fan commented, "I don't understand why nobody is looking more into the death of Kim Porter, but they need to be looking into it now more than ever. That whole bad boy crew who has passed away. There's got to be a connection. I really want justice to be..."
Biggie, after Biggie's death. He made a lot of money off of Biggie's death. You know? There's just been a lot of, when it comes to Diddy, there has been a lot of, allegedly, but it's true though, there's been a lot of death and destruction around Diddy. A lot. And it's sad to see. It's really sad to see. Well, Anyuka, you have to understand, he owned Biggie's music. It was through Bad Boy Records. Of course he was using Biggie's music. So. Alright, let's see, what time is it? 11:50. I don't know if I want to do Jaguar right now. All right, let's go to Cat Williams.
For all of them, it don't matter.
All right, Cat, calm down. Calm down, Cat. Now, Cat Williams was on the Shea Room or whatever. This, I'm gonna be honest with you. This interview he did was a good interview. It was a good. Now, in some parts, you can tell Cat Williams was kind of like stretching out the truth a little bit. All right, on some parts, but on other parts, you can tell that Cat knew what he was talking about. All right, this was I think it's called the Shea Room or Shay Shay's channel. It was a good interview. Very good interview. I honestly, people need to go watch this interview. It was really good. All right, let's see what this video has to say. It's on one. Yeah, it's on 125.
For all of them, it don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And that virgin hole I was.
2024, he predicted it. He said it in that interview. He was like, 2024, all lies are going to be exposed. I don't care if you Diddy. I don't care if you TD Jakes. All lies will be exposed. I was like, ooh, okay, yes, sir. And it's happening. It's happening. Oh, God.
Was that right? Because P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you.
Girl, as cliche as this is starting to sound, you just gotta appreciate how ironic it is that Cat Williams has been right about Diddy being a creep all along. And now, Cat is bringing more receipts to show this Diddy P runs much deeper than y'all think it does. Since Diddy's homes got raided last week, so many things have resurfaced, showing how Diddy has been about this life for decades, and he has not been in it alone. Allegedly, Diddy has many accomplices in the industry, and these aren't even nobodies. These are important figures, Hollywood royalty. Cat has made it his mission to expose Diddy and his cabal, and he has not wasted time in bringing some new evidence into the mix. Allegedly, Diddy's so-called accomplices are the reason why he's in this mess, and they're not going to stop until Diddy goes down. So, who did Cat expose as Diddy's industry accomplice? And are they really why Diddy is caught up in this battle? Let's break it down.
Sean Diddy Combs can't seem to escape the spotlight right now, and the federal investigation into any connections to an alleged operation is creating comparisons to other infamous figures like Jeffrey Epstein and R. Kelly.
Y'all should have listened when Cat Williams said everything that happens in the dark will be revealed this year because, baby, it's just the first quarter. And
Cat called it. Cat called it. He called this was going to happen. He really did call this was going to happen. And my guess is there was already rumblings about that lawsuit in February. My guess is there were already rumblings about it. And people paid no attention to that lawsuit. They paid no attention to that lawsuit in February until Diddy's house got raided. And then we looked at the lawsuit, and remember, this guy, Rodney had hundreds of hours of footage because Diddy wanted everything documented. I'm telling you, the raids probably had something to do with that footage. Because remember, it's a civil suit. It's a federal civil suit. I think Cassie's was a federal civil suit too. Yeah, don't record your crime, folks. Yes, please don't. Okay, if you're going to do crime, make sure you're the only one doing it because any witnesses, even accomplices, you're going to get caught eventually. One day, you're going to get caught. It's like the guy who came out and said that he shot Tupac and he wrote a book about it like a dummy because he thought that the testimony he gave back in the day with Tupac, he thought he was allowed to say it now because they said they weren't going to prosecute him. He was an idiot. Well, he's the one that said Diddy paid him to do it. All this is coming down. That's why I don't know what they're looking for. Does this got to do with Tupac and Biggie's murders? It obviously has to do with sex trafficking, and it's got to do with Oh, what was the other thing? RICO charges. Well, RICO charges can be anything, because as long as you make money off of that criminal enterprise and you make money from it, that's a RICO charge. Well, that can be anything. You would say P. Diddy's a hero, Verse. You would. You absolutely would.
We've already seen so many things. As y'all know, Kat has been on a mission to expose the creeps and the snakes in the industry, and one of them is, of course, Diddy. In his Club Shay Shay interview, Kat predicted that this is the year Diddy finally gets exposed, and people thought he was playing.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that
Period, point blank, period. Just saying.
The wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
He even talked about how he had to walk away from millions many times.
Okay, Verse, I'm going to need you to sit down and shut the hell up. Verse said he only did what all 90s heroes did. No, not all 90s heroes did that, okay? Verse, thank you very much.
Because he didn't want to party with the likes of Diddy.
They offered him $50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times, just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right? Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got to.
He said protect that virgin hole that you got. You know what I'm saying? I turned down $50 million to protect that virgin hole that I got. But the sad thing is Rodney's lawsuit, and then you hearing about P. Diddy. You're hearing, I call him P. Diddy, but you're hearing about Diddy and Meek Mill, and then all these other people. Now you got to question, wait a minute, was Cat Williams lying? Or was he stretching the truth? Or was he telling you legit what was going on? And he's gotten to the point, he's tired of it. He's tired of saying it. Yeah, he was serious.
Receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them.
So, to see everything playing out the way Kat said it would is crazy. By now, y'all must have heard about Diddy's homes getting raided by Homeland Security last week, and Diddy allegedly fleeing to some private island and leaving his kids behind to get handcuffed by police. It's a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But
FYI, Diddy did not go to that island. Remember that picture of him outside of the Miami airport? That's where they got Diddy's mule. And the feds talked to Diddy because he was about to board a plane. There was no warrant for his arrest, so he technically didn't run. But you know what the feds did? They took his phones. They arrested the mule, and they took his phones. Alleged mule, of course. And they took his phones. The mules got out on bond for like $2,500 because of what they found on them.
But for those of you who somehow missed the show, let's do a quick recap. On Monday, March 25, 3 of Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles were raided by officials from Homeland Security Investigation. According to a rep for Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation. With assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners, we will provide further information as it becomes available. Footage from the raid showed several officials around Diddy's homes. In one of the videos, we actually see Diddy's sons, Justin and Christian, being in handcuffs, as is customary.
How you gonna leave your children at home to get not arrested, but at least they are in handcuffs? But yet you were suspiciously not there. Come on now.
For raids like this. This raid is allegedly related to
Yes, lass. Alleged mule, like drug mule? Yes, drug mule. Yes. That little white boy is allegedly his drug mule. With him and Young Miami is apparently one of his drug mules too. Birds, you're dumb. I'm not even going to read that sentence out, sir. I refuse.
trafficking allegations that have been brought against Diddy in the last few months. As y'all know, the first of these allegations was made by Cassie in her November 2023 lawsuit, where she accused Diddy of a decade of abuse, manipulation, and control. In the lawsuit, Cassie said Diddy usually forced her to be with other men for his pleasure, and that they would organize freak-off sessions where she would be pumped full of substances that made her unable to consent to whatever Diddy wanted. He also allegedly put his hands on her, blew up Kid Cudi's car when he found out she had been talking to him, and
Yeah, one of the times she left Diddy, he blew up Kid Cudi. It's not Cudi either, it's Cudi, but...
ever Diddy wanted. He also allegedly put his hands on her, blew up Kid Cudi's car when...
Blew up Kid Cudi's car. Blew up Kid Cudi's car. Why? Because he was talking to Cassie after Cassie broke up with Diddy. He blew up a mofo's car.
He found out she had been talking to him and made her carry his firearm and purchase prescription medication for him. Diddy settled with Cassie for an undisclosed amount within a day of her filing the lawsuit, probably hoping to keep everything down. But it had the exact opposite effect because folks immediately started guessing that for Diddy to settle so fast, he probably did the things Cassie accused him of doing. Cassie's lawsuit opened the floodgates for other alleged victims to also bring a lawsuit against Diddy for violations ranging from trafficking to drugging people and taking advantage of them.
I'm gonna be honest, I hope Cassie's safe. I really hope Cassie is safe. I hope she's safe somewhere. Because I feel like with all this heat, I don't want her getting mixed up and she'd be the next one to go. Honestly. I really hope she's safe. That does worry me about Cassie. Because she did. She literally opened up the floodgates by that lawsuit. And can you imagine how much bravery it took to do that lawsuit? Because you got to think. People already look at Diddy like he's got bodies. Literally. Of course, all alleged. But people already look at him like he's got bodies. She knows his dirt. And she still went through with that lawsuit. So I just hope she's safe. I really do.
There have been 4 lawsuits after Cassie's, the latest being from Diddy's former producer, Lil Rod, who worked on Diddy's Love album. Lil Rod's lawsuit accused Diddy of trafficking, RICO offenses, and many other twisted things. But more importantly is that Lil Rod's lawsuit accused several other people of working with Diddy, including big names like Christina Koram, Diddy's chief of staff, Sir Lucian George, Universal Music Group CEO, and Ethiopia Habta Mariam, former Motown Records CEO, who were all listed as co-defendants. Lil Rod also claimed that Diddy once bragged about using his connections to people like TD Jakes to redeem himself from all the negative media attention he had been receiving because of the lawsuits. Well, Cat Williams also agrees with the idea that Diddy is not alone in this, and he has lots of friends in high places who participate in these things with him. Cat recently shared a clip on his Instagram story featuring Diddy in an old clip from the Nickelodeon show, All That. In the clip, 2 young boys are asking Diddy how to wake their friend up after all their previous attempts have failed, and Diddy suggests they put a toy helicopter in the boy's pants and remote control it.
He's still sound asleep. What are we gonna do? I don't know. You know, in situations like this, I always ask myself, what would P. Diddy do? What would P. Diddy do? I don't know. Hey, let's ask him. Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
P. Diddy?
What's up?
We can't wake up Shane.
You try symbols?
Yep.
What about sour milk?
Didn't work.
Tell you what. Take this toy helicopter. Put it down his pants.
All right, we'll do it. We'll do.
Do I have to go there about Nickelodeon right now? We done already watched that damn series, okay? Why are you telling... Okay, that's a different problem for a different day, okay? That's a different problem for a different day. Because that whole Nickelodeon thing, bruh. Ugh.
Austin! Didn't work. He's still asleep.
Try this.
Jello, by all means.
That's obviously a very disturbing clip, and it's weird enough that Diddy read the script and agreed to do it. But maybe it shouldn't be all that surprising given Diddy's history with young boys like Justin Bieber and Usher and all the things he allegedly did to them. What's even more disturbing is that someone on Nickelodeon made the script and approved it, and apparently this person was Dan Schneider. If y'all have been following the news,
Don't get me started on Dan Schneider. And please don't tell me the rest of this is about Dan Schneider. Oh, it's not. We're going into oh my God, we're going into Jay-Z with this one too. Okay.
Dan Schneider and some other Nickelodeon executives have been outed recently for taking advantage of the child stars working with Nickelodeon. This came after the release of the investigation Discovery docuseries, Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, which spotlights allegations of abuse and mistreatment going on behind the scenes of y'all's favorite Nickelodeon shows. Cat Williams seemed to imply in his post that Dan Schneider is one of Diddy's accomplices in the industry. Oh, but there's more. Remember that rant where Cat called out Diddy and Jermaine Dupri for being P-words?
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah. Jermaine Dupri, king of if you ask me, baby. Shit.
Well, as y'all know, Jermaine Dupri has been accused of violating boy band Criss Cross, and he allegedly used to take them to strip clubs and groom them. Now, there's no proof of any of these allegations, and Jermaine has denied them while replying to a question on the matter, saying, "You must be out of your effing mind at Bud."
They're coming for everybody. They're coming for everybody. Oh my God. It's literally rethinking my late teens, early 20s. It really is. It's like, I'm seriously rethinking everything that I listened to back in the day.
Buzz forever, I should sue you for writing this disrespectful ish on my page. F out of here. But we know how these things go, and it sounds very similar to Diddy being accused of messing around with people who worked under him. Diddy's former backup dancer, Tanika Ray, shared a video on Instagram where she talked about how her experience with Diddy was horrific and traumatizing.
I have a family member who I want you to hire them as an intern. And I have never talked about this publicly. And the internship stopped abruptly, like 3 or 4 months into it. Yeah. And I spoke to my family member, like, well, what happened? And they wouldn't say. Yeah. Years later, they finally came out, and this is a male. Puff had said, come home, stay the night with me, or the internship is over. And absolutely not. And the internship ended. But from there, I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah. You know, we all have stories. Seriously, we all have stories. Mine is horrific, and only 5 people know it. And I probably will never tell it. But it's, since then, I've been like, yep. And I also am very intimately aware that you tell your truth, and you become victimized over and over and over and over and over and over. And mind you, I then interviewed him many times. I have a lot of stories, y'all. I've been in Hollywood for 25 years, maybe longer, 30. I got a lot of stories. Unfortunately, maybe I'll write a book one day. But it just is so traumatizing that women just want to live every day and feel safe. And when we revisit and revisit, we live in a state of victimhood.
But the sad thing is this story just isn't about women. When it comes to P. Diddy, it's not just about women. It's about kids. It's about men. It's men. It's literally men, women, and children when it comes to Diddy. It's literally men, women, and children. Yes. P. Diddy takes all hostages. Yes.
And nobody wants to live there. So for those who are like, why didn't you say something then? Because we just want to live. We want to be happy. And we really want to forget the trauma. So there's that.
She stitched a separate video of Diddy being accused of taking advantage of an intern, and also she didn't share the details of what happened. The caption said, "If I told my story in 1996, then what? I just knew to avoid him at all costs. Yes, I danced for him and kept my space. I was on the Vote or Die airplane and kept my space. I interviewed him for his projects and kept my space. Nothing that is happening is surprising." What's interesting is that Diddy allegedly played a smart one and shielded himself from all this by getting recordings of all these big names who allegedly frequent Diddy's parties and participate in his freak-offs.
Remember, Rodney said in the lawsuit that there were secret cameras in every single room in the 2 houses in Los Angeles, or 2 mansions in Los Angeles and Miami. That's where the freak-offs were. They were in Los Angeles and Miami. The whole point of those supposedly being there was to catch all these big names, these politicians, music people, actors, some royalty, catching all these people getting hopped up on drugs and doing the freak-offs. That way you have something to hold over somebody's head. Rodney said that in his lawsuit.
In fact, an insider said the raid on Diddy's homes was to search for cell phones, cameras, laptops, and other electronic...
It wasn't Prince William. It was the other one. The redheaded one. It wasn't Prince William, it was Harry. I believe Harry was the one that was at one of the parties. But here's the thing too now. You have to understand. He was noted in like a white party. All right? The freak-offs happened late at night. So just because, now here's something you have to understand. Just because somebody was at that party, it doesn't mean they were there for the freak-off. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have very well innocently went to the party. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody who went there was a degen. You know, not everybody who went to the white parties were degens. And I'm going to be honest, as long as, look, whether it was Harry or William, I don't know. But as long as they weren't touching a kid, I don't give a shit. You can do all the drugs you want, get as drunk as you want, have as much sex as you want. I don't care. As long as you weren't touching a kid, I don't care. Yeah, you got to have a good time and tell him, yeah, I got to go. I got to bounce. Sounds fun, though. You know? I don't care about the rest of it. As long as they didn't touch no kid, I'm good. Yep, when the devil arrives, it's time to go. Somebody was in an interview and said that, Brown. Somebody was in an interview and they quoted Denzel Washington by saying that. Oh God, is she really putting up a tweet by Dom? I don't like that Dom dude.
Devices that recorded the alleged blackmail tapes that is mentioned with the names of Stevie J, who is mentioned as a victim of Guy Blackmail's Tapa, in addition to Cuba Gooding Jr. and Young Miami, who were mentioned as alleged active participants in Puff Daddy's recent lawsuits. 50 Cent also confirmed the rumors that Diddy has blackmail videos in an Instagram post where he asked to buy these tapes of Diddy. 50 was referencing the allegation from Lil Rod's lawsuit, claiming that Diddy had hidden cameras in every room in his home and hours on hours of video and audio recordings of all his guests engaging in illegal activity.
Not hours and hours. He literally put it as hundreds of hours. That's a lot of footage.
In the post, 50 added a screenshot showing a news clip of a highlighted section of Lil Rod's lawsuit that read, Mr. Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his home, has recordings of several celebrities, artists, music label executives, and athletes engaging in illegal activity. These individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person who has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties. 50.
Oop. Yeah, it was in the lawsuit. I bet it was, Pickleton.
Then captioned the post, shaking my head, this is gonna be so good. What you wanna bet? I'm gonna get these tapes. I'll pay top dollar for them. You've been over there? I don't go to puffy parties. But 50 Cent didn't stop there, because he then went on to make a bunch of posts that seemed to imply that Jay-Z might be one of Diddy's accomplices. Like this post where 50 shared a missing milk carton image of Jay-Z with the caption, LOL Puff said the ninja ain't...
50 Cent has been on a rampage about this whole Diddy thing. 50 Cent has literally been wilding out on social media about this whole thing, and it's kind of funny to watch, not gonna lie.
Post where 50 shared a missing milk carton image of Jay-Z with the caption, LOL Puff said the ninja ain't answering his phone, LOL. In another post, 50 shared a photo of Jay appearing to wave with the caption, here is Jay-Z last reported seen waving at Puffy Jet. Now the idea that Jay-Z and Diddy are two peas in a pod isn't new. There have been many speculations in the past of Jay being on the same level or even worse than Diddy when it comes to being a creep. Some people have even thrown in the P word here and there because of Jay's weird obsession with dating girls who are either still in high school or half his age.
Foxy Brown. A lot of people throw Foxy Brown at him. She was 15 years old when she started rapping with him. They also throw in this one guy who says that he is Jay-Z's son. And he's tried to sue him for a DNA test. Jay-Z refused. And then a record company that was affiliated with Jay-Z somehow got a hold of dude, because the dude's a rapper, got a hold of dude and said, listen, we'll give you a record deal, but you got to promise not to ask for a DNA test from Jay-Z. And he's like, nah, I want that DNA test. And then the record company ghosted him. Well, the thing is if he is Jay-Z's son, if he is Jay-Z's son, that means that his mother was 16 years old when Jay-Z was in her mid-20s. Well, in his mid-20s. So, yeah, there's speculation about when he actually met. Because when he met Beyonce, she was 17. But they're saying that they didn't start dating until she was 18. Because she was in the music industry. So, obviously, she was going to meet him. You know? That's the obvious thing. So, I don't know.
Age. From Beyonce to Aaliyah to Foxy Brown, Jay has been accused of liking him young and fresh out the cradle. In fact, a new video has resurfaced of Jaguar Wright talking about how Jay was lying with Rihanna when she was 15 and that he gave her herpes.
I understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
Ooh, my.
Like, how, you know what I mean? Like people don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started having signs of the death jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most fully involved with, and that was Sean Carter.
Jag was referring to the time when Chris Brown accused Riri of giving him herpes when they were dating. And according to Jaguar, Chris's allegations were true because Rihanna actually contracted herpes from Jay. Now, anyone who knows Jaguar Wright knows she has had it out for Jay-Z for a long time now. We can't even begin to unpack all the things she has said about him. However, in one of her interviews, Jaguar talked about how Jay and Diddy are connected and have been connected since way back. In another interview, Jaguar talked about how Jay...
And who would they be connected through? Biggie. Jay used to run around with Biggie too. This is killing me. Listen, and that whole East Coast, West Coast thing going on back in the day, I was 100% East Coast, all right? First of all, the music was better on the East Coast. Well, first of all, the music was better on the East Coast. Second of all, that weird stringy shit they did over on the West Coast, that high-pitched shit, no, fuck that. Give me more bass. Okay, I want more bass. I want bass that'll blow your speakers. I want the kind of bass when I'm riding in a car, I can feel it through my chest, like my chest is about to explode. I don't like that high-pitched shit they did over there on the West Coast, okay? Look, you want some good bass? Listen to some old Beastie Boys, all right? Just saying. They had like some of the best bass. Just throwing it out there, all right? East Coast was better. Just saying.
Jay-Z is like Diddy, just smarter and meaner. And that's why he has not been called.
R. Kelly married Aaliyah when she was 15. And then everybody would call her fast. She was fast, but R. Kelly got the pat on the back. That's how it was back in 94. 94? It was either 94 or 95 when they got married. And everybody was blaming Aaliyah for marrying R. Kelly. She was 15, bro. But she was a fast ass. That's how the women would describe Aaliyah back in the day. She was fast. But they had nothing bad to say about R. Kelly, though. She was the evil one at 15 fucking years old. Yeah. I graduated high school in 1994, so that tells you how old I am, Brown. Thank you for reminding me.
Sean Carter is worse.
Diddy is ready to snitch on all his accomplices because he sure ain't going down alone. Jag hopped on live recently to talk about how Diddy has allegedly turned over tapes of Jay and Beyonce attending his freak-off parties to the feds.
Because you a youngin' verse, okay? You a youngin'. You young, all right? Yeah, okay, now it's Love You, Xylie. Yeah, you just want to remind me how freaking old I am, but all of a sudden it's Love You, Xylie. You damn youngin'. I graduated high school in 94, thank you very much. Kiss my ass. Listen, I don't need to know how young y'all were in 94, okay? Thank you. Thank you, chat, for trolling this old lady right here. Good God. Thank you, Advent. Listen, I know I'm old, okay? But you know what? I'm aging like fine wine. Okay, baby? Just saying. You can't stop me. I may be 48, but I ain't stopping no time soon. Listen, at least I had the better music coming out of high school. All right? Y'all stuck with some shit now. Thanks for being old and filling us in the lore. See, I am good for something, Luna. See, Luna knows how to call me old, but yet give me a compliment at the same time. All right? Learn how to do it like Luna. Listen, Verse, back then, I didn't know it was pedo druggy music, okay? Hey, Marlikins, you can watch the playback. We're just doing a Diddy watch, that's all.
Diddy has allegedly turned over tapes of Jay and Beyonce attending his freak-off parties to the feds.
Diddy turned over tapes, allegedly, with the
Wait, what?
Jack hopped on live recently to talk about how Diddy has allegedly turned over tapes of Jay and Beyonce attending his freak-off parties to the feds.
No! Say it ain't so. Say that's just a rumor. Please tell me. Say psych. Say psych. Say psych. Say it. Say psych. Okay, so look. Here is the tea about Jay-Z and Beyonce right now. All right, I'm going to give y'all the tea. All right. The tea is that supposedly, now I've heard it two ways. I heard Jay-Z is wanting it to happen. Then I heard it was Beyonce wanting to happen. But either way, the end result is supposedly, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, Beyonce and Jay-Z are going to divorce. And she's going to step away from Jay-Z because Jay-Z is going to be the next one hit. And she doesn't want to, he or she doesn't want her to be around that when that happens. And she wants to step to the side and let him deal with that. So, just saying.
Diddy done turned over tapes, allegedly, with the Carters and some freak off, and the Beyonce high on the cocaine, and the tapes had jizz all over it. Hold on.
And honestly, it's not that much of a leap to believe Diddy will snitch on his guys because the rumors about him being a rat didn't start today. Y'all remember how, in 2022, leaked screenshots of Kane's conversation with Diddy started circulating? In the screenshots, Kanye was calling Diddy a and telling him off. You texted Puff, "Come do something illegal to me now, please." And Puff responded, "As soon as I land, we'll meet face to face. Send me an address." To which Ye then responded, "Ninja, F you. And then check out this interview where Kanye calls a bunch of rappers fake hard and accuses them of cutting a deal with the feds.
Kidnap my daughter in public. And I didn't have the address of my child. None of these I want to say something
Travis
now.
Gave you the address, though?
Travis gave me the address.
Right.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these, all you fake hard.
Wait,
hold on.
Okay.
All you fake hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't get because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talks is because you did a deal. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye went off. And I remember when Kanye went off at the concert. Do y'all remember them showing, like, they're showing that Kanye's crazy, right? Which Kanye is crazy. I don't care how you slice it. Kanye is crazy, all right? Kanye was at one of his concerts, and he started going off about Jay-Z and Beyonce at this concert. And he was talking about Jay-Z, don't send your bodies after me or something like that. Basically saying, don't kill me. Everybody thought that Kanye was crazy. But now, everybody's looking back at Kanye's conversations going, how crazy is he? Is he really that crazy? Just saying. You know what? Listen, sometimes the crazy guy on the corner that's yelling out some crazy stuff, sometimes they might be telling the truth about things. You just got to learn how to decipher what's the crazy part and what the truth is. Yeah, Alex Jones in a way. Yeah, all right? Alex Jones, crazy, has some crazy theories, but he is kind of right about some things sometimes. You just got to be able to decipher what part is the crazy, what part is the show, and what part is the truth. So I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. All right? Don't shoot the messenger.
Saying that's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my coat car. So shut the about me. Now let me say it calm. Shut the about you. Shut up about Michael.
You know how Kanye always goes on these little rants where he says things that seem like they don't make sense. But you have to remember that when people start calling out certain industry figures, they get labeled as crazy, addicts, or criminals just to discredit them. So maybe it's time for us to start paying attention to what Kanye has been saying about these people. Because if y'all recall, he talked about how he can say the things he says because he hasn't sold his soul to the Illuminati for fame or money. Speaking of people who sold their souls, Young Miami is now being—
Ooh, this girl, she dumb. She is dumb. How you gonna sit up there? Oh my God, what's the name? What's the name of that show? What's it? Not Holly. Is it Hollywood Access? What's the name of it? The dude who runs the show used to be on Wild 'N Out, and he was the big light-skinned dude, but he's lost a lot of weight, and he talks to a lot of different stars. I mean, he's got receipts on everybody, right? She was literally on his show saying, I'm a whore. You know, like with a W, I'm a whore. Yeah, I guess so from what they're saying, what you did with Access Hollywood. Thank you. Yes, Access Hollywood. That's what I knew. I was close. I just had the words mixed up. She gonna literally tell her I'm a whore. Like, little girl, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Ma'am. What is wrong with these young... Listen, I was young once, okay? All right, I was young once. I had my days in the sun where I was a little promiscuous, all right? All right? Some would say might even been a hoe, but I was a respectable hoe, all right? These girls today, there is no respectability in their hoe-ness whatsoever. Yeah, Jason Lee. Yes, I love Jason Lee. I don't care what anybody says about Jason Lee. I love me some Jason Lee. Yes, and I had some big hoops, Luna, because you know what they say about big hoops. The bigger the hoops, the bigger the hoe. Okay? Just saying. But that was before I became a respectable married Christian woman. Okay? She's still young. I'm still 18 years older than her. She's still young. I don't give a shit. Yeah, she's 30. 30-ish or around 30 or something like that. But why you gonna go on TV and say to your girl, that's not cute.
accused of selling her soul to Diddy and being one of his accomplices.
Midna says, I was never a hoe. I am a virgin still with 2 miracle children like Mary Mac. Midna, you in the right Christian Mingle chat then.
Who sold their souls, Young Miami is now being accused of selling her soul to Diddy and being one of his accomplices. For context, Young Miami appeared in Lil Rod's lawsuit when Lil Rod accused her cousin of improper behavior with him, which he didn't consent to. On Monday, March 25th, Lil Rod added 25 additional pages of information to the lawsuit, and this edition implicates Young Miami as one of Diddy.
Okay, I must not have had that particular set. Okay, I had the lawsuit. I thought the additional pages were already on that lawsuit. Or I might have accidentally skipped it, but we're going to hear it right here.
Circle. The document accuses Young Miami of being Diddy's supplier of a substance called pink or 2, which is a combination of coke and ecstasy. Diddy allegedly has a taste for this substance, and his designated mule for transporting the stuff is a man named Brendan Paul, who is supposedly a former Syracuse University basketball player. Brendan Paul is also reported to have been arrested at a Miami airport shortly after the raid of Diddy's home there. However, the document then says Brendan is not the only one who transports this product for Diddy. Young Miami also does sometimes. It reads, Plaintiff and the Combs Rico Enterprise were rehearsing for...
Okay. Plaintiff and Combs Rico Enterprise were rehearsing for Something in the Water Festival in Virginia. That takes place out in Virginia Beach, Virginia. It is a concert that's held by, oh my God, I can't think of his names now, from the Clips. I'll remember his name, whatever. And this had to be the one from 2023. because the dude was only with Combs for like a year, a little over a year. And Combs showed up at the one at 2009, the Something in the Water Festival in 2019. But then COVID hit, and they didn't bring it back until 2022, 2023, something like that. And Combs, Diddy was in both of them. So there's got to be the latest one that he was in. Yes, Pink, oh, hold on. I think they mean Molly because X is usually a mix of Molly and, well, it's supposed to be a mix of, coke and ecstasy. That's what they said it was. So, yeah, it's coke and ecstasy, Advent. But I know what ecstasy, yeah.
Something in the Water Festival in Virginia. Plaintiff Jones personally witnessed Mr. Combs do a few lines of in his dressing room. Defendant Sean Combs wanted but Brendan forgot it, so defendant Christina Coram called Young Miami, who then brought it on the private jet from Miami. Young Miami is also accused of being on Diddy's payroll as an S-worker. Upon information and belief, defendants Lucian Charles Grange, in his capacity as CEO of UMG, authorized Motown Records and Universal Music Group to provide financial resources to defendants Sean Combs and Love Records through wire transfers to defendants Sean Combs and Love Records accountant Robin Greenhill. Upon information and belief, Ms. Greenhill ensured the wiring, funds transfer, or cash payments to S-workers were completed. According to Plaintiff Jones, defendant Sean Combs bragged about having several women on a monthly stipend. According to Plaintiff Gines, the women who received these payments are Caresha Romeka Brownlee, aka Young Miami, Jade Ramey, aka Jade, Daphne Joy Cervantes.
I believe Jade, I want to say Jade, that's 50 Cent's baby mama. I believe Jade is 50 Cent baby's mom, 50 Cent's baby mama, which, by the way, he's now going for full custody of his child with her. He was not happy to hear about that. He was like, I didn't know you were a little prostitute. What?
Narvaez, aka Daphne Joy, who were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs' S-workers. Now, Young Miami has not directly addressed any of these allegations, but she has been on Twitter dropping a couple of, well, weird tweets. First, she said, "This finna be a fun summer." Then, in another tweet, someone asked, "Where Caresha at?" And she replied, "Right here, what's up?" A lot of people felt like Young Miami was kind of maybe a bit too excited for someone who was just implicated in a lawsuit that has the feds all over it. Added to that, Young Miami has made some statements online that make it seem like she for sure participated in whatever Diddy had going on. Like this tweet where she said, "If I wanted you to eat my pee, Diddy would have had you on your knees, girl. You a eater." So,
Bruh, listen, you're not going to get clout off of this. She is literally running this like, ooh, I'm in a drama and I'm going to get clout, girl.
Oh, I mean, it's not surprising that folks started speculating that maybe Caresha was so excited because she's talking to the feds. One person said she must have cut herself a deal already. This one said LMAO, Caresha called the feds. What's even more interesting about this whole Diddy situation is the creepy message Suge Knight left for Diddy from jail.
I cannot believe Suge Knight. The whole East Coast, West Coast thing was about Suge and Diddy. It wasn't even about Tupac and Biggie. It was Suge and Diddy because Suge was dating Diddy's baby mama. And there are pictures of Suge playing with Diddy's baby, like literally like while the baby's playing on the floor and Suge's like playing with the baby or holding the baby in his arms or stuff like that. That's what it really was about. It really wasn't about Biggie and Tupac. It was about Suge and Diddy this whole time. And Tupac and Biggie were pawns in it.
Basically told Diddy that he needs to be careful and his life is in danger because of the secrets he knows and the little secret room they participated in.
I tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in. So, you know they're gonna get you if they can. It's a little crazy how Puffy get booted out the alcohol business and Jimmy Iovine steps in with Andre and Snoopy promoting it. It's never a good look when it comes to culture of hip hop and for our community, our people.
Suge, shut up. Suge, stop. I'm gonna be honest, I do not care about hearing from Suge because Suge did a lot of people dirty back in the day. I do not give a shit what Suge got to say. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way he ran Death Row, and remember the FBI raided him too. I do not care what Suge got to say about anything.
Diddy must have some very damaging information about certain figures in the industry that might cost him his life, especially if he ends up in prison. But
that's the problem, Advent. Suge wasn't a LARPer. Suge wasn't a LARPer at all. He was not a LARPer. When you went to Death Row Records and you went to that studio, you had to carry a gun. You had to. Just for your own protection. You had to carry a gun. Because it was like the Wild West in those studios. It was bad. It was a violent place to be. He wasn't a LARPer. That's the sad part. That's why the feds raid him. Because who he's connected with.
As far as Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, is concerned, Diddy will never be in jail because he won't be able to handle it. In a recent interview, Gene said Diddy would much rather off himself than go to jail.
And you knowing him, do you think it's possible that he might commit?
When you're a narcissist, there's always a possibility because you're suffering. But I don't think that he can see himself in a cage.
Yeah, Snoop ran. Snoop ran because he got smart. And Snoop realized, I'm starting to make money now. So, you know what happened with Snoop? And the one thing I am so proud about with Snoop Dogg, I am so proud of him. Snoop Dogg grew the fuck up. He literally did. Snoop Dogg literally grew the fuck up. And now look at him. He's besties with, what's her name? Martha Stewart. He's besties with Martha Stewart, baking pies and shit. Snoop Dogg literally grew up. And good for him. He has done so well. 50, same thing. One thing I love about 50 Cent, because I didn't like his little ass either when he first started. One thing about 50 Cent, he grew up. And now he's about his business. And Method Man gets better looking with every year that passes. My God, that man in a suit is amazing. I have to throw that out there. I love me some Method Man. You can't take that away from me.
I don't think he can see himself behind those bars in those type of situations. It's too many real dudes that dislike him. But then again, there's a lot of real dudes that need help. And him being behind bars, he could probably help him.
Now, we don't know if Diddy is actually going to face criminal charges or go to prison, for that matter. Still, sources in law enforcement seem to believe he can't escape it. With all the
I will say this, and I'm not going to put the bad juju out there, so I'm not going to say it specifically. Okay? Because I don't want to put the bad juju out there. But I'll be surprised if something doesn't happen to Diddy. I'm going to be honest. He either knows way too much or he's going to snitch and somebody's going to get him. I'll be surprised if nothing happens to him. In one way, one shape, fashion, or form. I'll be surprised. I really will. I will be surprised if he leaves this situation unharmed. So
the dirt Homeland Security supposedly already has on him. Honestly, it just seems like Diddy doesn't have anywhere to hide right now because everyone is turning against him. For example, former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia Habta Mariam is allegedly ready to testify against Diddy in court in exchange for her name being dropped from the lawsuit. So it looks like it's really game over for Diddy.
No, I didn't know about that part. No!
Against him. For example, former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia Habta Mariam is allegedly ready to testify against Diddy in court in exchange for her name being dropped from the lawsuit.
Oh my God. Oh, good God Almighty. He's done. He's done. He's done.
lawsuit. So it looks like it's really game over for Diddy. Meanwhile, fans are fully on board with Cat exposing Diddy. When I think of all the false arrests, harassment, and public lying on Cat Williams, the more it seems like he really took one for Team Truth. Maybe the a-holery will stop if it is exposed. Cat is one tough cat. Sometimes the truth hurts. Cat was 100% correct. 2024 is Diddy year of exposing. But now I want to know what y'all think about Diddy and his accomplices getting exposed.
Okay, we're going to watch one more thing. Hold on, let me just put this in my little list here. Hold on. We're going to listen to one more thing because I could not believe it when I saw it. All right, but I didn't listen to the whole thing because I planned for us to do it together. Hold on, let me go into my bookmarks. All right, hold on. Okay, hold on, because I think I actually have the recording. Come on, where is it? Nope. Okay. Okay. So guess who weighed in? R. Kelly calls Whack 100 from prison and speaks on Diddy's troubles with the law. R. Kelly done come out of prison. Well, he's still in prison, all right? But he done called in from prison about this mess. Of all people, R. Kelly, Mr. 14-year-old pee on me, R. Kelly. I don't know what he says in this. I'm kind of scared, not gonna lie. And I feel like I'm gonna have to, hold on.
If you would,
okay, let me do my volume booster. Hold on. I'll just do it to 400 and then I can.
A participant, right? When you're of legal age, I don't understand what all the hoopla all of a sudden is against the will.
Okay.
All over the news. We see that. We watch that.
And what's crazy is, what I know, because we just been in this industry forever, is once they, and I hope they don't, but if they detain him, that's when all niggas, motherfuckers gonna be lining up with their hand in there. So I'm saying, man, see the bad part about him, this is what I don't understand about all this shit. Motherfucker, if there was a time, right?
And guess who was friends with R. Kelly at one point? Jay-Z. That's the Jay-Z concert I went to. It was the Jay-Z and friends, and then he ended up kicking R. Kelly off the show. I went to that concert right after he kicked R. Kelly. So R. Kelly wasn't there when I went to it. That was a damn good concert too. Just saying. They played 1-900-Hustler. It's one of my favorite songs by Jay-Z. Yeah, that was a good show. That was a damn good show. Had a bunch of people on there.
Right? Where this was a play, this was y'all party, this was y'all, nigga, like if you was a participant, right, when you're of legal age, I don't understand what all the hoopla all of a sudden is against the will. It's against the will. Man, what's up? You just came back to 300 parties, motherfucker, against the will. All this shit, you got to damn near turn on your camera, let a motherfucker tell you who they is, put their ID up, let a motherfucker tell you where they at, because any given Sunday, right, when a motherfucker want to go bad, they can extort you or come with the accusations.
That shit is crazy, man.
It's crazy.
That's why I say motherfuckers gonna be out there laughing and making comedian jokes and doing all that other shit on the radio and everything else, but they ass could be next. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so fucked up about it. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
You know how not to be next? Stop going to those kind of parties. Stop going to those kind of parties. Stop setting yourself up for the okie doke, because that's exactly what you're doing when you're going to those parties. You're setting yourself up for the okie doke. And that's exactly what's happening. Do y'all understand how many people are shaking in their boots right now, hoping that they don't get revealed to be in those freak-offs? How many powerful people, when I say powerful, I'm talking money-wise. Money-wise, powerful people who are shaking in their boots going, oh God, please don't let me be on tape. Oh God, please don't let them know that I was there. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Stop setting yourself up for the okie doke.
stupid. They don't even realize the move that's going on. I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, that's why I don't believe none of the shit. I mean,
I told him straight up, bro.
You can tell me about anybody now. You can tell me on the news the weather is the sky's blue. I'm not gonna believe the shit, no, because I'm in it now. I know what they did.
Yeah, listen. I told when it first started with Cassie, I said, "Yo, nigga, this is a stick-up move." Oh, if I was that nigga, I'd have just came out and said, "Hey, listen, these are my sexual preferences. Yes, I'm bi or whatever the fuck, and these motherfuckers been trying to extort me, and I'm tired of it. They know that I'm in the music industry, and boom, boom, boom."
Now, you know R. Kelly gonna sit there and go, yeah, that Cassie lawsuit, that was extortion. That was extortion. Bruh. Of course R. Kelly is gonna say something like that. A man who literally would lock women up in a room. A man who literally got found to have an entanglement with like a 14, 15-year-old that he would pee on. What? R. Kelly, who gives a shit what you got to say? Who cares? Who cares? You are not going to gain relevance out of this. You are rotting in prison exactly where you need to be. Exactly where you need to be.
Nigga, they would have ate her up and still, but now they're using that against him. But now it's getting to a point to where, it's like, nigga, you gonna have to say something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he ain't fleed though, long, you know. No,
he ain't. No, he ain't. They didn't raid it. You know, they ran up in his crib, but you know,
yeah, I saw that.
This how you know it's weak. You know, usually when they run up in their house, they coming to get you too. Yeah. They looking, they still searching and looking. Like that nigga ain't on the run or that. They ain't telling him to come turn himself in and no shit like that.
I guarantee you the feds did not raid that house for no reason. Because do you understand, as you should, because you are in prison, in order for them to raid 2 houses simultaneously across the country, they have to have court orders to be able to do that. And in order to get the order from the judge that they can do it, they have to show the judge proof of the reason why they need to go find what they need to find. So obviously they showed the judge something that the judge was like, okay, go ahead. They're not going to do it for no reason.
They grounded his plane because they seen him moving. He wasn't even on the plane. They wanted to make sure he wasn't because
he wasn't on the plane. In all actuality, that plane that landed in Antigua, he wasn't on that plane. He did not flee the country. They caught him in Miami.
Passport and shit as of now, you know. But yeah, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, but that's how it all started, though. You understand? Started.
No, I know. I know.
It's all that because they don't. You know, it's crazy, man.
I know, but see, they know fucking with him. He got some money, so they know they got to come right. They know if they come half-stepping, he do got the money to fight. So they ain't gonna. Well, I do know this: if they do put him in cuffs, they only put him on cuffs because they got they got something at that point. So
that ain't even necessarily true right there.
Well, they feel like they got enough. They got enough.
They want you if they want a plan to get you, or if it's a conspiracy, anything. They put you in cuffs.
Oh God, don't nobody care. Bye, R. Kelly. Bye, sir. Don't nobody care. The feds do it. Well, according to Law and Crime, apparently the feds have been looking into Diddy for 10 years. They've been looking into Diddy for a decade. The feds have something like a 96% conviction rate. Yep. Because they don't move unless they know they can get you. Mm-hmm. Now, the only way that Diddy can probably get away from going to jail is if he has something on other people that they actually want. Are they really trying to get Diddy, or are they actually trying to get someone higher than Diddy? That's the question. That's the question. Who are they really trying to get? And I agree with Luna. I saw Luna put this comment in earlier. Luna said, this is more interesting than the Minecraft stuff. Yes, it is. Very much so. Yes, it is. So, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's like so much information from everywhere. It's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. And I've been going down. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't worked on the Ethel stuff because I went down a rabbit hole about Diddy and Jay-Z. I was in a 3 to 4 day rabbit hole about Diddy and Jay-Z. And my mind is corrupted right now. Corrupted in a way like, oh my God, I used to party to this music. I used to get in fights to this music. I used to do dirt to this music. And damn, I didn't know these people were that bad. I always knew Diddy was kind of bad though. I mean, why does a producer want to be up in front of everybody? A producer's supposed to be in the background. They're not supposed to be on the stage dancing around like they are the actual artist. And that's what Diddy always did. He always had to be front and center, no matter if he was supposed to be or not. So it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Abin was like, man, I made out to Usher. Listen, there were a lot of babies born to Usher, okay? Just saying. So I don't know. Things are going down, and I have no clue in which direction it's going. Oh my God. There were so many graduations that played R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly. There were so many churches that played R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly. Hell, they still play that damn song. It was disgusting. I stopped listening to R. Kelly when he married Aaliyah. Because I was disgusted at the misogyny back then with it. And it wasn't just men. It was women too. That they were getting on her for being fast, but yet they thought it was okay that R. Kelly did that. And I was like, bro, what? Wait, I just got in a fight with this person. Why is this person following me? No, we're not doing that. Remove follower. Goodbye. I just got in a fight with you on Twitter. Why are you following me now? No. It's the victim blaming for me. True. Could Aaliyah's death been foul play? Well, some believe it was. Some believe it was. Yeah. No A-logging for you, person that followed Xylie. Yeah, I just got into an argument with them. Matter of fact, they're the same person that I made my new Twitter banner. I think that's the same person. Let me go look at my Twitter banner real quick. Yeah, that's the same person I made my new Twitter banner. And they gonna follow me. Like, bruh. You done lost your damn mind. Aaliyah, you know what? Aaliyah had so much talent, and it's a damn shame what happened to her. You know, fun fact. Well, I mean, it's not really fun, but here's a little fact for you about Aaliyah and Damon Dash. Aaliyah and Damon Dash were dating. He loved Aaliyah. Oh my God, he loved Aaliyah. Part of the reason why Damon Dash and Jay-Z kind of their friendship broke. Part of the reason was because Jay-Z was going on tour with R. Kelly. And Damon Dash knew what R. Kelly did to Aaliyah. He won't tell it. He won't say what R. Kelly did to Aaliyah. The closest he ever came was saying that Aaliyah went through hell with R. Kelly. Now, if you know what R. Kelly did to those other girls, then you can only imagine what Aaliyah went through with R. Kelly. And Damon said that Jay-Z knew some of those stories that Aaliyah had went through with R. Kelly, and yet he still chose to go on tour with R. Kelly, even though yet him and Damon Dash were such good friends. And that is a big reason why Jay-Z and Damon Dash are no longer friends. So, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hold on. No, I'm not going to end stream yet. I'm going to send y'all over to Beckett. He's starting in like 4 minutes. And I have to do one last thing and then go to a doctor's appointment. But Beckett's going to be talking about Doomer. And apparently Doomer and Queeman. And Queeman calling out Doomer. So, what does Shay say? That's the worst part. It wasn't that long ago, like Middle Ages time. Sure, okay, whatever. But anytime after like 1950, nah. Wait, what are you talking about? Apparently, Doomer is thin skin. Brian, thank you for the 2. Eminem was right in Kill Shot. That was a great song. Eminem, that song was so good. Why would anybody try to go after Eminem is beyond me. Are you stupid? Just because he hadn't made a record in a few years or whatever, do you think he lost his talent? Have you lost your mind trying to go against Eminem? What's wrong with you? Anybody who tries to go after Eminem, you're literally doing it just for clout. That's the only reason why you're doing it. Because there's no way you go into it thinking you're going to win. Shut the hell up, Verse. You know what the fuck I meant. Oh, about marrying kids? Oh, okay, Shay. I was about to say. Verse, you are no longer one of my favorite people. I just want to let you know that. Okay? Okay? You are no longer one of my favorite people. I disavow. Luna, don't be patting his hand going, poor Verse. Alright, let me go. I gotta go to the doctor's office. Y'all have a good day. I'm not gonna do the outro. I'm gonna send y'all over to Beckett. Beckett should be starting in 2 minutes. And if he's late, cuss him out. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.